Why don't cats play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs. Alright, let's ease into the mysterious and furry world of feline etiquette. Cats, our whiskered companions, are notorious for their enigmatic behaviors. They may hold a poker face better than any human, but when it comes to saying sorry, they have quite a unique way of rolling out the red carpet of apologies. Now that we've got the cat out of the bag, shall we dive into the top 10 behaviors cats exhibit when apologizing? At number 10, we have the classic purr. Cats don't just purr out of contentment, sometimes it's their adorable way of saying, "my bad." Now imagine this, your feline friend just knocked over your favorite vase. Instead of running away, they sit there purring like a well-oiled engine. Is it a sincere apology or a cunning strategy to avoid the timeout corner? We may never know. So next time your cat purrs, they might not be just buttering you up for treats, they could be saying, "I'm sorry." Number 9 is the sorry stare. Ever felt like your cat is trying to hypnotize you? Well, that might be their way of apologizing. The intense, unwavering gaze of your feline friend can sometimes be a sign of remorse. Picture this. You're sitting across the room and your cat is staring at you, their eyes locked onto yours. It's not a challenge, it's not a threat. It's a silent apology, a plea for forgiveness. They say eyes are the window to the soul. In this case, they're the window to an apology. Coming in at number 8, we have the head bonks and love bites. Nothing says "I'm sorry" like a good old headbutt and a tiny nibble, right? Cats are fascinating creatures, their language a blend of physical and vocal cues. Among these, head bonks and love bites stand out, a peculiar form of communication. They use these actions as their unique way of expressing remorse, a warm, fuzzy apology if you will. So, a headbutt from your cat isn't a sign of rebellion. It might just be their way of saying, "Oops, my bad." At lucky number 7 we have the belly show. Cats showing their belly isn't always an invitation for a belly rub, sometimes it's their way of saying "I'm sorry." Now I know what you're thinking, but a cat's belly is so fluffy and irresistible. True, but let's debunk a common myth here. Contrary to popular belief, the feline belly display isn't always a green light for a tummy tickle. Sometimes it's their version of a white flag, a peace offering if you will, a fuzzy, warm, adorable peace offering. Now imagine if humans did that. Picture this. You're at the office, you accidentally spill coffee on your colleague's paperwork. Instead of apologizing verbally, you just lift your shirt and show your belly. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Well, in the cat world, it's a genuine gesture of remorse. So next time your cat flashes their belly, they might be flashing an apology. Number 6, the tail talk. Cats communicate with their tails, and sometimes it's their way of saying, "forgive me." Now, let's decode this feline language. An upright tail with a slight curve at the end, like a question mark, can be a sign of friendliness and peace offering. It's like your cat is asking, "Are we good?" A tail wrapped around another cat, or even your leg, is a sign of affection, and could mean, "I'm sorry, let's cuddle it out." On the other hand, a rapidly wagging tail could indicate excitement or agitation. But in the context of an apology, this could be your cat's way of saying, "I'm sorry, I'm just a bit worked up." Kind of like a kid who's trying to apologize while still crying. So, a flicking tail isn't always a sign of annoyance, it might just be your cat's unique way of saying sorry. Coming in at number 5 we have the apology gift. Because nothing says "I'm sorry" like a dead mouse at your feet, right? Now this might seem a bit gruesome, but in the world of cats it's a grand gesture of remorse. Cats are known for their hunting prowess, and they often share their spoils with those they care about. So if you find a little gift waiting for you, it's not meant to be a horror show. It's your cat's way of apologizing, of saying, "Hey, I messed up and I want to make it up to you." It's as if they're offering a peace treaty, a token of their regret. Of course, we humans might not appreciate these gifts as much as they do. But remember, it's the thought that counts. So, next time you find a surprise at your doorstep, consider it as a sign of your cat's remorse. So don't be too grossed out by your cat's gifts. It might just be their way of saying, "I messed up." Number 4, the slow blink. Cats aren't just winking at you because they think you're cute, it might be their way of apologizing. This behavior is quite fascinating. Cats are known to be creatures of subtlety, and the slow blink is no exception. It's a silent yet powerful form of communication between you and your cat. Imagine your feline friend has just knocked your favorite coffee mug off the table, and after the initial shock and a few choice words, you find them looking at you, eyes half closed in what appears to be a leisurely blink. This isn't your cat being nonchalant about their misdeeds. No, they're actually trying to convey their regret. The slow blink is often interpreted as a cat's version of a peace offering, a way to break the tension and a sign of trust. It's their way of saying, hey, I messed up, and I'm sorry. So, next time your cat gives you a slow blink, it might not be flirting, but rather saying, I'm sorry. At number 3, we have the apologetic roll. Because who can resist a cat rolling around adorably as a form of apology? In the cat world, exposing their belly is a sign of trust. So when your feline friend starts to roll around, it's not just them being playful. They're trying to get your attention, showing you their most vulnerable side as a way of saying, I'm sorry. So, a rolling cat isn't just being playful, it might be their way of saying, I screwed up. Number 2, the apology meow. Cats might use different meow tones to say different things, even, I'm sorry. Now isn't that something? When your feline friend is trying to make amends, they might let out a soft, plaintive meow, quite different from their usual vocalizations. It's their way of saying, hey, I messed up. It's subtle, but once you tune in, you'll notice it. So next time your cat meows at you, listen closely. They might be trying to apologize. And finally at number 1 we have the nuzzle nudge. Cats nudging you with their nose, that's their ultimate, I'm sorry. When your feline friend starts rubbing their nose against you, it's their sweet way of expressing regret. Think about it. The nuzzle nudge is an intimate and vulnerable gesture, a sign that your kitty trusts you enough to let their guard down. It's their way of saying, hey, I messed up and I'm sorry. So, a nudge from your cat isn't just affection, it's their way of saying, I apologize. And there you have it, folks. The top 10 behaviors your cat might exhibit when they're trying to apologize to you. From the perfect apology to the sorry stare, the belly show, and the intriguing tail talk. Not to forget the unforgettable apology gift, slow blink, apologetic roll, apology meow, and the much-loved nuzzle nudge. Remember, every cat is a unique bundle of fur, each with their own way of saying, my bad. So the next time your mischievous feline does something naughty, look out for these signs of an apology. Until then, stay paw-sitive.